ever if you had to be addicted, but then it turned into kind of like something else, because after I killed myself, they decided they didn't want me to die, so at the ending it's a little blurry what exactly where the rules were. But Tony was, I'm here because he was so collaborative. He was, they pulled some of the money while we were filming, and it was pretty shaky trying to figure out how to finish it, and we ended up in New York doing some pickup shots on the floor of a garage in Brooklyn, and you know, in true New York fashion, Catherine and I are on the floor kissing, and the guy decided he wanted more money for the space. So he interrupted that and had a gun, and Tony was like a little phantom cock, you know, he just immediately got into fisticuffs and they were putting down the, you know, while we were on the floor, and I remember all of a sudden it got light, and that was because the door was now open and we didn't know what was going on, and then the next thing we knew they were shoving a ladder underneath the door as it was coming down again to get all the cameras out, because this guy was trying to keep everything, and that's just one of the little stories. And they got the cameras out, and I guess they didn't need too much of what we were shooting. But he was a fighter and a collaborator. And at one point, I remember in the very beginning, we were shooting something, and it just didn't, you know, how it happens that always by the time you're going home with the Teamster, you think of how it should have been. And I said, I have this idea, and he stopped them taking the camera away, and you know, we went over lunch and we did something that he hadn't done, and that's, you know, you don't find that very many directors, especially if you're a woman. You know, it's hard to make your opinion count. But so the point of the story is, he was really a sweet man and had a vision. You'll see it was, you know, so edgy at that time. Now, I mean, you see worse than this on the side of a bus. So I mean, I don't know if it'll be bland or not. I'm kind of curious myself, but just for old time's sake, I want to see it. But I don't know how it holds up or whatever. But at the time, apparently, it was kind of risque. I mean, I know my mom got some hate mail in New Jersey, so at least 2 people there thought it was pretty upsetting. Anyway, thank you all for coming, and that's, I guess, all I have to say.